Hi. There is this awesome event called the Olympics, the Deaf Olympics. And it's really exciting. I know that I've been before, and there's a deaf team that goes. That's a water polo team, and they really do well. And I know I went when I was really young, at a time when I could really look up to those Olympians. It was in 1985, the Deaf Olympics. Were in another country that year, and that year the USA won bronze. It's a fierce competition, and wow, we got to meet so many people. I was there for 3 weeks, and just being there for all the opening ceremonies and all of the hoopla. I was with my parents, and we just really had a good time. Now in California, the beaches are beautiful, the water's beautiful, everything. But there in that country, the smog was awful. It was gray everywhere. It was just so dirty, and you could taste it. It was in your mouth and your throat, and most of the time you could see the traffic was just awful all of the time. You could see it. You could see the smoke coming up out of the cars, the pollution going into the air. You could be stuck in traffic for hours and hours. It was awful. You could see the smog just everywhere. It was just smoky and hazy everywhere. Even it's just so dirty. You couldn't even really see through it. When you looked at the sky, you couldn't see the blue sky. But anyways, I met several deaf people there from all over the world. India, Germany. They could talk different languages, and just the signs and everything was so interesting. The games I really enjoyed. Water polo was just amazing. The final game was against Germany. And I know people were warning each other that the Germans they can be so mean. They elbow you, and your feet are supposed to stay on the floor and your hands on the ball, but and those Germans can be so mean. And I know even just the strenuous activity of swimming back and forth across the pool and trying to block the ball from the net, and it was amazing. The final fight for the medal, these German guys were huge, and they were deaf, and under the water they were kicking each other with their legs, and it was ridiculous. And they were just really a tough team, physically just tough, and they won gold, and the USA won bronze. We should have won gold, but in overtime Italy was able to beat the USA, and they won second place. So they should have beat them. I wish we would have beat them. I wish we would have beat Germany as well. But in the next year, 93, USA should have won gold, but they didn't. They didn't win gold that year. And now, I think in 2001, the Olympic Games are going to be in Rome, Italy. That's next year. And there's going to be so many people there to meet, just all these foreign different people, and the experiences, but the partying and the drinking and meeting everyone. And there's going to be so many there. The women, the European women, are very open, and they walk around naked, and it's very interesting. But anyways, I enjoy that. I'm sure it will be a fun experience. I'm sure the Italians and the Germans will probably get into a lot of fights, but just being there and able to travel around is just such a good experience. I'm hoping it'll be comparable to my experience in 1985. The memories of that time were so great. 3 weeks of training and just eating the food and looking at their customs. Even like the bicyclists, the Germans, their thighs are huge legs, and they just bike so fast. Just meeting all these different people, and the Italians, and just the foreign people, being able to meet everybody, and just the experience and of being around that culture, the Olympics and all that. Such a good experience. I really have a great time. I know the towns have baseball games and everything. There's nothing boring about it, that's for sure. But I love traveling all over the world and meeting different people and learning about their cultures. And it's just really such an enjoyable time getting to see different countries. And I'm just very interested in the USA Deaf Olympics, and I know they like to compete with tennis and skiing, and just there's a whole list of different competitions that they can compete in, and I think I think of how I could get involved with them and maybe go get involved with a group and go there, because I'm just in love with the deaf. I would love to travel with them, and just the experiences of meeting new people and everything like that, more than just sitting around and doing nothing and thinking, oh goodness, those people are weird. But anyways, it's such a enjoyable experience, just having new experiences and looking at new customs and all of that. But I haven't really had a whole lot of time to contact them about that, because I don't know if they've been busy or I've been busy, but with the water polo and all of that, I would love to get involved in that. It's such a tough sport, physically straining and having to swim so far and so hard. And I know sometimes that you get mulled over and under the water and pushed down and all the fighting that takes place. It's just a very difficult physical sport. I know. I've seen that there was a college team that I saw, and they playing water polo, and just the way that they were able to just kick up above the water and they were just so strong, get up as high as they could. They were just so strong to be able to play. I have a friend that is a graduate that graduated from there that broke his hand by playing. Just, it's such a rough sport. But I've heard a lot of things about that. But, I really enjoy swimming, even in California. It's just amazing. It's so nice. And there's a lot of deaf that are just struggling in California. They can't afford to live there because of the high expense of living and all of that. And they're moving out of state. But I just heard about that there was a job freeze there. And people are just moving around. But the ocean is interesting. Just swimming in the ocean, there's whales, and I've seen dolphins, and I know the first time I ever went to the ocean, to the beach, I was just so excited. It was my first time swimming in the water, and I got so excited. I dove right in head first, and then I got water in my mouth, and just the taste of it, I about choked. It was so salty, and it was disgusting. I remember my reaction was just so strong. I was repulsed by the taste of the water. And I remember my mom just laughing and laughing, but I really enjoyed swimming there and just going all over the place, swimming all over the ocean. And I just really enjoyed that. And I love traveling all over the world, and it's just all over the states. It's interesting seeing all the different states. Florida and just the eastern coast is just very interesting. I haven't been to Europe yet, or Canada, or I've been to Canada, and but I haven't been to Australia. I've heard of people drowning there and dying in Australia, being very dangerous to swim there. There's lots of snakes and drownings and sharks and just all kinds of people getting killed, and I know that, but a lot of drownings too. But I think it's like 1,000 miles south of Australia. I don't know, I would love to go there. The Great Barrier Reef being there and all of that, I would just really enjoy being there. I would love to have the opportunity to go, just travel all over the world, because I really enjoy that. But I know in Italy, it'll be really exciting. I'm excited to get there and to meet everyone, and I'm hoping it'll be an enjoyable experience, and meeting, older people too, and it should be exciting. And I was hoping I could get a group of people to go and go together. It would just be really exciting. The women are beautiful and the guys, but everybody, it would just be such an enjoyable experience. But, deaf and hearing people are different. The Hearing Olympics, they have all kinds of sponsors and just different, people that are given money to support them. But the Deaf Olympics is so small, they don't have that. Their medals are really small when they, in comparison to the regular Olympics, when they give out, their medals are huge. And, they try to get assistance because it's Deaf Olympics, but it's really difficult. But it's still very cool and interesting, and I know they let people stay in the dorms for free and try to get support for the Deaf Olympians. But it's a very enjoyable thing. It's very different culture, and I really love to learn about the different cultures. I don't know what the weather's going to be like because it'll be summertime. So when the Olympics are there, they're there every 4 years. Um, so I don't know where they'll be after that, but I don't know what the weather will be like. But it's really important to take advantage of these opportunities and just meet all these different people and experience their culture. And it's just very interesting. I really enjoy traveling to different places. I've been to California, Utah, just many different states, New York, Washington, D.C. It's really difficult. I love to stay busy traveling and meeting deaf people and getting new information and learning things I never learned, exchanging information really, and being able to converse back and forth about experiences. In Washington State, I've met many people there that can sign, and I learn a lot about just different things. I just feel like I've been taught so much. I've learned some about the cochlear implant, and it's just very interesting meeting all these different people, and I just really enjoy this. All right, well, I love you. Thank you. That's my life.